All right, we're going to go live here in about 2 minutes or so. Just wanting to know basically on Facebook Live, for those of you that are watching, do me a favor, drop me a comment in the comment field. All I'm looking for is to make sure that the audio is coming in nice and clear as we get ready. Right now, there's about 5:58 to go in the fourth quarter of the game before ours. We're going to go live, ready to go here in about maybe 2 or so minutes. Once we get to the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter, we'll go live and you'll be able to see everything. But let me know if you don't mind in the comment section that the audio is coming in nice and clear, and we'll be back with you very soon for Poplar Bluff Mules basketball.
Anxiety kicking in and the room is spinning. Feel like I'm going blind, getting lost in the darkness. Last man standing, so you gotta be heartless. It's 1,000,000,000 to 1, man, you better believe. But somebody gotta do it, so who better than me? Don't even try to escape. Go ahead and pick out your poison and decide your fate. See, nobody is safe. You might be thinking it's a nightmare, but you're wide awake. Yeah, everybody will break, cause there ain't no way that y'all will ever leave in this place. Gotta do whatever it takes, so you better get ready to sever the head of the snake. Gotta move with no hesitation, no reprieve for those seeking salvation. Sweating bullets, I could feel the flame. They tried to count me out, but here I still remain. Battle tested with the scars to prove it. If you're gonna risk it, be prepared to lose it. It doesn't matter who I'm taking it to. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna be making it through. Don't even try to escape. Go ahead and pick out your poison and decide your fate. See, nobody is safe. You might be thinking it's a nightmare, but you're wide awake. Yeah, everybody will break, cause there ain't no way that y'all will ever leave in this place. Gotta do whatever it takes, so you better get ready to sever the head of the snake. The Inferno. Welcome to the Inferno. It doesn't matter who I'm taking it to. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna be making it.
Good evening and welcome now to the Field House officially in Sikeston, Missouri. I'm Frankie Castile. We are in for a good ball game tonight. Tim Hicks is sitting with the fans here tonight like usual, and we are about to bring you an exciting matchup here tonight between Poplar Bluff and the Cape Central Tigers. Here tonight, the Mules are in the third place game in this SEMO conference, and ahead of them is a huge task once again again. Last night, the Mules took on a very good team out of Sikeston. Tonight, we will take on another good team out of Cape Central. The Tigers are coming in 3-2 this season. Poplar Bluff coming in 3-4. We are at the 4-minute mark right now, 4:03 here in this 5th place game. And this one's been a dandy so far. It's been back and forth. It is the Blue Jays and the Jackson Indians. Right now, we are all tied up at 14 apiece. And Charleston committing a foul, going to put Judd Toma on the free throw line. It is a tie ball game at 45. They're going to say the foul was before the shot, so no free throws here. But here tonight, the Mules are looking to get back on their winning ways. And boy, if they're able to knock off the Tigers here tonight, big shot there, 3-point shot by the Jackson Indians. I was going to say if the Mules are able to come away with a big win here tonight, we can get back to 500, and this game tonight would be a definite big win for the Mules basketball team. We are getting so close now. We've got several tournaments coming up that we're going to be a part of. We are just 8 days out from the Lady Royals Christmas Classic tournament. That contest will start off next Saturday. That's important for our Lady Mules fans because Poplar Bluff's going to be in that tournament on the Lady Mules side, and we'll play them, or I should say we'll be able to stream their ball games coming up during that tournament. And then we are less than 3 weeks away currently from the Poplar Bluff Showdown going to be starting as well, and that'll come up right after Christmas. And we're going to have all those games coming up, the Lady Royals Christmas Classic and the Poplar Bluff Showdown. All those games are going to be live on video on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. Tim and I, we are buckled down, ready to go for some high school hoops. And here tonight, the Mules are going to take on a very good team out of Cape. And just looking at what Cape is going to bring to this ball game coming up tonight, Tyson Williams, he is a 6'2 senior. Tyshandre Edwards, a 6'6 sophomore. Jay Reynolds, a 6'4 senior. This kid, he is going to be fun to watch here tonight. And Goliath Morris Young, another big attribute to this Cape basketball team. He is a 6'4 freshman. And you look at Cape Central and how dynamic this team is, coming up a little bit short last night. In their semifinal game, they took on another good team out of New Madrid. It is amazing all of the competition that we have seen this week with all 9 teams in this basketball tournament here in the SEMO conference. This is by far one of the best conferences in the entire state, and we are seeing all of that on display here this week. And Poplar Bluff is in that conversation. We might be a game under 500, but the Mules, man, they are very talented. They've got a lot of resources. And here's where the bracket breaks down as another big 3-point shot by the Indians. They are on an 8-0 run right now. And what I was going to say was, as we see Tom Cash is tuning in here tonight from Wichita, Kansas, here's where we are in the first round. Sikeston, Poplar Bluff, Cape Central, New Madrid, all getting big wins. Semifinals, it was Sikeston last night over Poplar Bluff, 86-57. And then New Madrid, they were able to get a big win over Cape Central, 64-51. And that's where we are here tonight in this 3rd place and championship game. Here, consolation side, it is Jackson and Charleston. It is an 8-0 run right now by the Indians here in the last minute or so. They lead at 53-45. And then coming up, it'll be our turn, Poplar Bluff and Cape Central, and then Sikeston and New Madrid. That's coming up in the championship game as well. So what we're going to do is we're about to go to a commercial break here in just a moment. What we might do, though, when we come back here, we may go ahead and take the graphic off the screen there that says SEMO Conference. We'll get rid of that coming up, and we'll get ready as we get a timeout here by the Indians. Let's step away with them. We will take a 1-minute timeout. We're going to come right back, and we will have much more as we continue. It is our pregame show. It's all being brought to you by our good friends at Christian Automotive and Tire. We're back in 60 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, under 90 seconds now until this game will come to a close. And right now it is a 9-0 run by the Jackson Indians. They lead 54-45. I want to go back to last night here when the Mules took on the Sikeston Bulldogs. And by the way, we are moments away from head coach Will Durden of Poplar Bluff coming up here. And he'll be joining us here tonight as we get ready for the official between the two games here. We'll wait for him to walk up and be a part of our broadcast. Last night, though, the Mules took on a very game Sikeston Bulldogs. And honestly, Sikeston very well could be one of the better teams that we're going to see, not just in this tournament, but for the entire season, no doubt. One thing about that team, Poplar Bluff got off to a really good start last night. And Mules at one point led 8-2, to be honest with you. And then Sikeston just kind of took over. And it was two back-to-back turnovers by the Mules. It gave Sikeston a 4-0, or I should say a 4-0 run rather, as we got into the second quarter. But then it was, and by the way, the Bulldogs outscored the Mules 19-15 in that first quarter. But it was a massive second quarter by the Bulldogs, outscoring Poplar Bluff 32-10. There's your ball game right there, 32-10, and that really set the tone the rest of the ball game. Third quarter, Sikeston 26-19. Mules outscoring the Bulldogs at 13-9 in that fourth quarter before it was all said and done. And we're going to go over some of the numbers here in just a moment. In the meantime, joining me right now on the set, we're going to welcome in our good friend, Coach Will Durden of the Mules. And I'm proud to say that Coach Durden, he has finally had that green drink. No, I'm kidding, Coach. It sounds good, though, doesn't it?
It does.
So let's talk about your team. And I was just going over the numbers last night. And even though we lost, we had 20 turnovers. Here's the deal. We're not going to see many teams like a Sikeston. And I thought, honestly, especially in the first quarter, your Mules were all game against a very good Sikeston team.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good first quarter. I mean, we were active and aggressive and solid on defense. But, you know, they started going on a run, and we couldn't keep our composure. And that's something you can't do against a team like Sikeston. You look up, you're up 2, and then you look back up and call 2 timeouts, and you're down 15. So, you know, we got to do a better job than that. I think if we could have, you know, kept them in half-court offense, it would have been a lot better game.
You know, there's a couple of areas that I thought was really a good point for the Mules. First and foremost, you know, we joke about this off the air, but free throw percentages, I was impressed. 12 out of 17, 71%. Got to be happy with that number. And the bench production, 28 points last night. That's huge.
It's definitely. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten that much bench production this year.
Take away a Sikeston team, but we win that game on that kind of bench production alone.
Yeah, we need to keep getting better. The season's young, and we're trying to figure things out. And you know, I think we'll get there. The kids are working hard, and as long as we keep a good attitude, and again, if we can keep our composure in the game and stay solid, I think we can play with anyone.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm just going to tell you, here's a number for you. I'm kind of interested to see what you said to the team after the game last night. 1 of 22 from behind the arc, and I know by knowing you and your team, there was nobody happy with that number last night.
You know, I really didn't say anything about our shooting. You know, we talked about you know, kind of our attitudes and our energy level. But we really don't talk about a lot about, you know, stuff on the offensive end.
Right.
You know, we want to work the ball, share the ball, and I think we did that for the most part. We just turned the ball over a lot. And, you know, you get in a game like that and you're down a lot, you tend to start checking some shots. But, you know, some of the guys that were shooting it, I think they're going to make them. And there's some of the guys that we want to shoot, you know, but it just, they didn't fall last night.
Tell you what, Preston Moore, this kid's having a really good season so far, Coach. The first 7 ball games, he is averaging over double figures, had another 14-point night last night, 4 out of 6 on the free throw line. But how big is it for not only the bench right now, but just the team in general to have Darius Graham back in the lineup and, oh, by the way, scoring double figures against a really good team?
Yeah, he's working his way back in. It's nice to have him. He's a high-energy guy and great athlete and strong and physical. And, you know, he's really solid for us on the defensive end. So keep getting them reps, keep getting them minutes so he can acclimate back, and I think we'll be okay.
Let's talk about Cape Central, and where do you want to begin? They've got a kid named Jay Reynolds. He is really good at Tyshantre Edwards, Tyson Williams, Goliath Morris-Young. Dealer's choice. I'll let you pick where you want to go first.
I mean, Cape's always a well-coached team. I mean, it's the early part of the season. You see half their team sitting out and, hoodies and all that. They're in their travel gear. So, we know they're going through some injuries right now, but they still got a lot of athletes. They're good, and they're going to be really good when they get some of those kids back. We just, they go downhill really good, and they're always solid on D. So we're going to have our A game tonight.
So here tonight, the Mules taking on the Cape Central Tigers. In this game, even though we're talking about third place, it does mean a little bit more to the team because, let's face it, as we see Jackson, they go on a massive run. They win by 10. Cape Central now in our district, and if I know the Mules team, they want to make a statement here tonight.
No, we do. I mean, I always tell people that to play on the last night of this tournament, I mean, it says it's usually rough. I mean, it's brutal. I think last year, we lost in the first round and turned around and had to play Sikeston.
That's right, we did, yes.
You're trying to figure out how those things happen, and it's a hard tournament to seed, and everybody takes pride in every game that they play. So it's gonna be a tough one. And again, like, you always learn a little bit about yourself when you play in this tournament and play against these teams, and it'll be good for us.
Two more questions. We'll let you get to your team. First and foremost, let's talk about what player, and I know this is a broken record, but what player or players are you looking for tonight to kind of have a rebound kind of night and to really step up and be that leader on the floor and really just command this team tonight?
I mean, we got a good group of seniors, and if they've been playing pretty decent, and that's who we look towards being the leaders for us, and we're hoping that they'll continue to step up and play hard. I mean, because when they lead, these kids will follow. Everybody looks up to them. They work hard in practice. So hopefully a group effort from them.
I think this may be the easiest question of the year, Coach. But to beat Cape Central, and give me that crystal ball, what's it going to come down to, Coach?
We're going to have to keep them in front of us and rebound.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck to you. We'll see you guys afterwards.
All right, thanks.
You betcha. Head coach Will Durden joining us live on the pregame, presented by Christian Automotive and Tire. We appreciate Coach Durden and all he does for the Mules basketball team. All right, 14 minutes to go until we tip it off. It is the Mules and the Tigers coming up. And on the way, we are just going to be a little bit past the hour. We're going to run about 10 minutes behind, which is not bad since we are the second game of this evening. We're going to go to a quick timeout. We're going to come right back, and we will have our starting lineups here tonight between the Mules and the Cape Central Tigers. Let's step away for 90 seconds, and we'll come back and we will have the official starting lineups. You're watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
You're in the zone with Baldwin Toyota. Today's spotlight is the 2024 Toyota Tundra. This truck is a powerhouse with its available I-Force Max engine.
That's right. It's built like a champion from the ground up. Its powertrain, frame, and suspension work together, providing an available max towing capacity of up to 12,000 pounds. With Tundra, you can haul with confidence.
Head to Baldwin Toyota and experience the power of the 2024 Toyota Tundra for yourself. And now back to Mules action.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
All right, so here we are, 12 minutes now until we tip off here tonight between the Mules and the Cape Central Tigers. My good buddy from the DAR, DeCorland, right here beside me, does a great job getting things on camera, not on camera, but on photography rather for the team. We appreciate all he does as well. All right, let's go ahead now and take a look now at our starting lineups here tonight. Let's start with the away team on the scoreboard. They are the Tigers out of Cape Central. They are coming in tonight 3-2 overall. And the last time Cape Central won a district championship, it was back in 2021-2022. They took second place in the 9th annual Fountain City Classic, losing to Sikeston, by the way, 72-57. They are averaging 61 points on offense. Defensively, they are giving up about 50 points per ball game. They're being coached by Drew Church, and Drew Church here, he is in his 18th season as the head basketball coach. He's got a record of 315 to 206, a winning percentage of 605. By the way, his assistants are James Lane, Jeff Beck, and Mike Church. They are wearing their away black jerseys with the orange trim and the orange numbering. Here's who we believe are going to be the first off the bench. We believe number 23, Brejon Clemens, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 24, Cameron Hughes, a 6-foot senior. Starting 5 looking a little like this here tonight. We believe it's going to be one sophomore, one freshman, one sophomore, one junior, and 2 seniors. Number 3, Tyson Williams, a 6'2 senior. Number 5, Giselian Hempstead, a 5'10 junior. Number 10, Tyshandre Edwards, a 6'6 sophomore. Number 12, Jay Reynolds, he is a 6'4 senior. And number 33, Goliath Morris Young, he is a 6'4 freshman. That's who we believe are going to be the starting 5 for the Cape Central Tigers. What about the Mules? Let's introduce you now to our starting lineup for your Poplar Bluff Mules. Mules are coming in to the ball game with an overall record of 3 wins and 4 losses so far this season. Poplar Bluff's last district championship was back in 2020-2021. They are coming in averaging 58 points on offense, giving up 62 on defense. Their wins so far this year include St. Louis Patriots out of St. Louis, also St. Vincent, and they beat Jackson this past Tuesday. They beat them in overtime. They're being coached by Will Durden. He is in his 12th season as the head basketball coach. He has done a phenomenal job with this Mules basketball team. He's got a record of 169 to 120. A winning percentage of 585. The assistant coaches are Aaron Duncan, Dave McCormack. The Mules are wearing their home white jerseys. They are wearing their home whites and the maroon numbering. And here we go. Let's talk about the first off the bench here tonight. We believe number 1, Isaiah Neville, a 6'2 senior. Also number 3, Jay Edmondson, a 5'10 junior. And number 20, Dallas Williams. He is a 6'4 sophomore. Looking at the starting 5 here tonight, we are going to go with 4 seniors and a junior. We believe at number 2, Darius Graham, a 6-foot sophomore. He'll get the start tonight wearing number 2. Also number 5, Cameron Settle, a 6'3 senior. Number 13, Preston Moore, a 6'4 senior. Number 24, Marlon Hickman Roberson. He is a 6'1 senior. And number 30, Brendan Durden, a 6'1 junior. That's who we believe are going to be the starting 5 and the first off the bench for the Poplar Bluff Mules. Looking at our starting 5 here tonight, Darius Graham in 2 games so far this season. He is averaging 6 points a ball game. Cameron Settle, he is averaging just under 2 points a ball game. Preston Moore, he is averaging 13 points so far, 91 points this season. He is 9 away from triple digits. Also Hickman Roberson averaging about 10 points a ball game, as is Brendan Durden. Both are coming in averaging about 9.9. So Parker Hicks is letting me know that he is waiting outside. I'll tell you what, Parker, I see a lot of seats here in the stands, so I don't know if we're at capacity or not, but I would just say hang in there, Parker. I bet they're letting people in. We're obviously inside, so I can't see what's going on out the door, but I don't believe we're at capacity just yet. Tim is doing a great job showing the camera for me. I see a lot of empty seats, so hopefully you'll be able to get in here fairly soon. Morgan McIntosh is tuning in tonight on social media. Glad to have Miss Morgan on the program with us. Does a phenomenal job in downtown Poplar Bluff. So many events are coming up, and just in time for the Eclipse coming up early next year. She obviously deserves a huge, a big credit there for so many different events coming to Poplar Bluff. Couldn't do it without her, that's for sure. She'll be joining us, by the way, coming up during the showdown, whether she wants to or not, Tim. I told her she's got no choice. If I got to go to her house and drag her out, we will do that, because I know her young child is a big fan of mine, and I got to get that autograph going early. All right, under 6 minutes to go here before we tip it off. And the Mules tonight, it is now time for our keys to victory. And talking to head coach Will Durden, and taking care of the basketball is going to be first and foremost. The Mules at 20 turnovers last night cannot have that kind of production here tonight. If that is the case, it's going to be a long night for Coach Durden. And then, even though we didn't talk much about it on the program, shooting-wise from the outside shot, the Mules went 1 of 22. That cannot happen here tonight. Coming in to this ball game, the Mules are about 26% from behind the arc. Entering last night's game at 35%. So the Mules, they can light it up from downtown. And then the Mules are going to have to penetrate inside the paint and try to get Cape Central in foul trouble and get some of their bigs out. If the Mules can do those things, then I believe the Mules are going to be in for a good run tonight and possibly even knock off a really good team out of Cape Central to take third place in this tournament here this season. Oh, Heath Hutchinson. Tell you what, he is tuning in. He's an amazing he officiates, I know for a fact, high school baseball. Morgan, he is calling you out. I didn't know she had a new pet. She leaves me out of the loop on a lot of things, Heath, but thank you for letting me know. Greg Gilberto is tuning in. Thank you so much, Greg. The real hero here is Tim Hicks and all this, Greg, because he is out there with the crowd right now. There's not many open spots where he is. I told him he's got about 10 minutes when the game is over to get packed up and ready to go. I might leave him here in Sikeston, and I'll come back next week and pick him up. All right, 4 minutes now until we get ready for the opening contest. It is the Mules and the Tigers of Cape Central. We're going to take our last time out of the pregame. Coming up, it'll be the official lineups as well as the opening tip-off as David Durbin, he's calling his shot right now. My good friend David Durbin, David the Stash Durbin, that is. He says Mules going to win tonight 67-60. I'm going to hold you to that, Dave. We're going to come back in about 2 minutes. You've been listening to the pregame presented by Christian Automotive and Tire. We're back in 2 minutes on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Look, Grandma, there's another PB Realty sign.
Yes, I know, dear. PB Realty signs are everywhere.
Another one, and it says Legacy Farm.
Did you know PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialist have 3 offices in Poplar Bluff, plus offices in Donovan, Piedmont, and even Branson? This is Lucy Wheeler with PB Realty. Call me today, 573-785-7600, or my cell, 429-3243.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chipped windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
So welcome back to the Field House here in Sikeston, Missouri. I'm Frankie Castile. Tim Hicks is on the camera somewhere in no man's land out there in the crowd. It is third place action coming at you. Big crowd watching us here tonight on social media, whether it's YouTube or on Facebook. If you're watching us on Facebook, do me a favor and hit that share button for us. We want to make sure that we reach as many people as possible. Let us know where you're watching from tonight, and more importantly, what team you're going for. I know we have a lot of Mules fans tuning in tonight. I know one of the biggest Mules fans is tuning in from W Highway. Grandma Jackie is tuning in tonight. I didn't keep my promise. Even though we lost last night, I told her I would cut her TV off. I didn't do that. I told her tonight, though, might be a different story. No, I'm kidding. My good buddy Austin Jefferson, Coach Jefferson, tuning in tonight. Back in Poplar Bluff, glad to have him alongside. All right, we're going to get to the starting lineups tonight for the Cape Central Tigers.
6'2" senior, number 3, Tyson Williams.
Tyson Williams.
5'10" junior, number 5,
Jazaleon Hempstead.
6'6" sophomore, number 10, Tyshandre Edwards.
Tyshandre Edwards.
6'4" senior, number 12, Jay Reynolds. And the 6'4" freshman, number 33, Goliath Morris-Young.
So there is a starting 5. We were 5 out of 5. Lori Edmondson Bussey tuning in. Hey there, Lori. Glad to have you alongside. Darius Graham is going to get that start we talked about. Preston Moore going to get that start tonight. Number 20, Dallas Williams is going to get the start tonight. So we were 4 out of 5 on our starting lineups. Roberson and Durden is going to round us out. Dallas Williams, by the way, he is a 6'4" sophomore. Scott Brown, Jay Piles, and Tim Harmon are the officials here tonight. So here we go as we get ready for the opening tip-off. Tip-off here tonight brought to you by our good friends over at Russian's Towing right here in Poplar Bluff. I'm ready for some Mules basketball. Hope you are as well. We are about ready to go for Poplar Bluff Mules basketball. It'll be Dallas Williams in the middle, and it'll be Tyshandre Edwards. We are underway. It'll be controlled by the Cape Central Tigers. They are coming right toward us here to begin the ball game. They're going left to right on your radio dial and your TV screen. Good dish inside. Edwards' shot is no good. Rebounded by Darius Graham. Graham double figures last night, 10 big points. Dallas Williams wide open from the three-point line, no good, but a rebound by Brendan Durden. His shot is no good, and it's going to be batted around into the hands of the Cape Central Tigers. Edwards, he was off and running. It'll be on Brendan Durden, his first personal foul, team foul number 1. Glad to see Miss Lori Bussey tuning in from the crowd tonight, probably sitting there next to Tim. She'll be your bodyguard, Tim. You get in trouble, she'll knock somebody out. 7:21 to go here in the first quarter. Cape Central now, good move inside. Williams goes up, it's no good. Rebounded that time by Roberson. And now the Mules, here we go, off and running. Preston Moore, what a season he has had. And we're gonna get a whistle and a foul coming up over the Tigers. And that'll be against the Cape Central Tigers. It'll be before the shot. It'll be on Hempstead, his first team foul number 1. Inbound, no good on the shot there by Roberson. Here come the Cape Central Tigers now. Tigers quickly down the floor. And now here comes Williams. Good job there by Preston Moore and by Roberson cutting off that shot there. And now quickly down is Hempstead. He gets it to Tyson Williams. Williams is a 6'2" senior, driving the lane. Maybe took one too many steps and he got bailed out. It'll be a foul on the Mules. Maybe got away with a walk as well. Preston Moore gonna be called for the personal foul. Already Mules here with 2 fouls. Tyson Williams on the free throw line. Miss Amy Patterson-Robertson tuning in. Glad to have her alongside for Mules basketball. First shot by Williams is good, by the way. Cape Central now leads 1-0, make it 2-0. Cape Central on the board here early on. They lead 2-0 on the 2 free throws by Tyson Williams. Preston Moore gets it to Darius Graham. Graham now guarded by Williams, and now Dallas Williams outside to Roberson. Roberson going down the middle. He goes up too strong, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by the Cape Central Tigers. That was a good shot taken there by Roberson. I thought Roberson got a very good look. Good job there on the miss opportunity there, as Edwards misses, and Preston Moore with the big rebound. Darius Graham goes up, and man, he is acrobatic every time he goes up. And this one's going to be a foul coming up on the Mules. It'll be an offensive foul on Darius Graham. It'll be his first, team foul number 3. 2-0 Mules trail here in this third place game. 6:13 to go here in the opening quarter. Big crowd tonight on Facebook. Love seeing our Facebook audience and our YouTube audience as well. Hit that share button for us if you don't mind on Facebook. We would greatly appreciate it. Good move inside. This one is up and over Reynolds. Great job there by Williams to get the ball inside to Reynolds. He goes up and does the rest. It is now 4-0. Preston Moore now thought about taking the three-pointer just for a second. Dallas Williams will. This one off the mark. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Preston Moore, and he will draw the contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Nico says the Preston Moore fan club is tuning in. Love it. Greg Gerberto wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. I like that, Mr. Gerberto. Second foul, by the way. Preston Moore gives the Mules a point here in the ball game. And we're going to see Hempstead coming out, and in the ball game is going to be Brejon. Second free throw is up and good. So now Cape Central now quickly going inside. Shot is up. It's no good. Cape Central with a big offensive rebound that time. Tell you what, Cape Central, that's what they do. They can absolutely flat out rebound. A three-point basket is no good. Rebounded that time by Dallas Williams. Good job there by Williams. Right place at the right time. Three-point basket by Durden is good. This one is nothing but net. Good job there by Preston Moore on the assist, and now the Mules have tied, or I should say they have taken this lead by a score of 5-4. 5-4 now the score. Marion Tibbs is tuning in, one of our best county assessors in Butler County history. Three-point basket is no good by Tyson Williams, rebounded by Darius Graham. Graham now going inside the paint. Dallas Williams back out to Preston Moore. Moore for the three. It's money. Preston Moore with a big three-point jumper as well. Now the Mules have extended their lead. They now lead 8-4. Greg Gerberto, I would agree 1,000%. Durden, definitely a big gift. So now Darius Graham alongside the baseline out to Dallas Williams. Preston Moore already with 5 points here in the ball game. He's got 5 of the team's 8 right now. Dallas Williams going inside, knocks it down. And now the Mules have quickly doubled up here. They lead at 10-4. Boy, great job by the Mules right now. This reminds me of yesterday. This one is no good by Edwards. I'm not so sure that Dallas Williams didn't get a hand on some of that. Roberson gonna go up, and he's gonna draw the contact. So the Mules quickly here, they have turned the tide for the time being.
Team foul number 3.
Team foul number 3 now for the Cape Central Tigers. It'll be on Goliath Morris Edward, or make that Young rather. So now free throws coming up, presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. First one is up and good. And we're gonna see coming in Tyshandre Edwards is going to come out. And we do not have a number 1 on our program for Cape Central, and neither does the scoreboard operator. That's why he looks so confused right now whenever that young man checked in. It is now 12-4 now. The Mules out in front here. Early they lead by 8 points. I love the way the Mules are bringing the pressure right now against Cape Central. From the elbow is Tyson Williams. Knocks it down. It's now 12-6. That was a good look by Tyson Williams. He's got 4 points here. Jay Edmondson, he checks in for the first time for Poplar Bluff. And now Preston Moore near the elbow outside to Isaiah Neville. He is also in the ball game here for the Mules. Isaiah Neville, I should say rather, Dallas Williams is going to go inside, and a travel going to be called on the Mules. Poplar Bluff here early on shooting 3 out of 8 so far, 38%. Cape Central, meanwhile, they are 2 out of 9 at 22%. Mules have 2 turnovers. Cape Central, they've got 1. Mules right now 2 out of 5 from behind the arc. They were 1 of 22 last night. Reynolds' shot is no good, gets his own missed shot. And now Williams going to go down the lane. He's got a lane and he makes them pay. 12-6 now to score. He's got 6 of their 8 points right now. 2:08 to go here in the first. Roberson now over to Dallas Williams. Inside to Isaiah Neville. Now back out to Preston Moore. A little short that time. Reynolds with a big rebound. So for the Mules right now, Cape Central, going to be a turnover. This one's going to be a turnover on Clemens. Took 1 too many steps, and now Darius Graham back in the ball game for Dallas Williams. Also, Cameron Settle going to come in as well for Roberson. So Cameron Settle checks in for the first time. Settle is a 6'3" senior. Darius Graham also back in. Guess they're having some issues. Preston Moore could not get the shot to go down. That was a great look by Preston Moore. Here comes Reynolds now for Cape Central. I guess the doors are locked here in the front. A lot of folks reaching out to me. I guess they're doing crowd control here inside the building. Jumper here by Jay Williams, no good. What a nice rebound by Isaiah Neville. Jay Edmondson now one-on-one with Clemens. He goes up too strong. I like the shot opportunity by Edmondson. It just would not fall for him. And now Jay Reynolds coming right toward us. Cape Central. This one by Young. Young triple teamed, and yes he did. He took 1 too many steps, 45 seconds. And we're gonna see Brendan Durden back for Preston Moore. Our ball game tonight brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Scott Law Group LLC, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, and Russians Towing. So Brendan Durden now to Darius Graham. Graham inside the paint, money. His first bucket of the ball game, and now it's a 14-8 ball game for the Mules. 21 seconds and counting. Tyson Williams going to bring it down. Jay Reynolds guarded by Durden. Now Clemens on the outside. Back over to Reynolds here. Good screen by Morris Young. And now Clemens, he thought about taking a three-pointer. Gets it back out to Williams. He's got 6 of the team's 8 points right now. He is going inside. What a move by Darius Graham. Graham is the one that caused that steal. And it'll be a foul coming up on Cape Central. Great job there by the Mules defensively. Jay Reynolds is going to be the guilty party. Settle has 0.2 seconds, and they're just going to inbound it here, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, the Mules now lead at 14-8. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
Did you know that 60% of Americans don't have a last will and testament? At Scott Law Firm, we understand that planning for the future can be difficult, but it's important to have a plan in place, no matter the size of your estate. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Call Scott Law Firm.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, so we get ready for the second quarter right now. The Mules lead it by a score of 14-8. By the way, number 1 on Cape Central is Antonio Sims. So now here we go, back to live action now. Cape Central will get the next possession arrow. Jay Edmondson has it, or I should say Isaiah Neville has it rather, trying to find somebody open. They work it around the timeline. Durden for 3, knocks it down. So Durden again, another big three-pointer for that young man. It is now 17-8. Three-point basket the other way by the Tigers is no good by Jay Reynolds, but an offensive rebound by Clemens, and it is up and good. And now it is a 17-10 ball game. So Cape Central answering right back here. Darius Graham, he wants a 3. Oh, it rattles out on him. It's no good. That looked good going down. Jay Reynolds coming right toward us now. Also, Tyson Williams now with it. Tyson Williams going to go inside, double team by the Mules. Going to be against Durden and Jay Edmondson. Not sure which one got him. I believe Jay Edmondson got him. It'll be on Jay. And now we're going to see Preston Moore coming back in the ball game, as will Dallas Williams. Jay Edmondson, Isaiah Neville is going to check out. Jay Reynolds. Oh, nice move there by Dallas Williams as Jay misses the first one. He does get his own missed shot and then draws the contact. Boy, Dallas Williams, that was a nice defensive stop there for a moment by Poplar Bluff. So now Jay Reynolds is going to shoot 2 free throws coming up. All right, make sure to hit that share button for us on social media. Let us know where or who you're going for tonight. 6:52 to go here in the first half. 17-12 now as Reynolds makes them both. Darius Graham, what a move inside. 19-12 to score. So now the Mules defensively here, trying to figure out a way. There you go, Brendan Durden, a big steal on Young. Durden now to Roberson. Roberson draws the contact, and he's going to shoot 2 more free throws. Presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. 19-12 to score. It'll be a second foul on Jay Reynolds. Yeah, Shelby, that was my bad. I'm the one doing the scoreboard there. Keep in mind, I'm doing about 15 things at one time. We got it fixed, though. Blaze Rowland going to check in for the first time for Brendan Durden. Boy, he's having a big first half right now. 19-12. Second free throw by Roberson. It is up and it is good. It is now 20-12. Mules out in front. Mules now leads by 8 points. Edwards going up over Dallas Williams. He knocks down the jumper, his first jumper of the ball game. It is now 20-14 the score. So now Blaze Rowland getting his first playing time of the second quarter of the ball game, rather, and now Dallas Williams. Williams now outside to Darius Graham. They work it around the Mules. Good ball movement. Roberson for 3. This one is off the mark. He does get his own rebound, though. Great job by Roberson there. Darius Graham knocks down a three. He's got 7 points, a huge three-pointer by the Mules. Poplar Bluff extending their lead now. It's now up to 9. Boy, the Mules just look different in every front tonight. 23-14 the score. Darius Graham, a big steal. Graham going down the lane, goes up and scores. He's got 9. You talk about a big spark right now for the Mules.
30-second timeout.
It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Cape Central. The Mules, boy, they look comfortable right there. Mules looking very good. Mules calling a 30-second timeout. They've got 4 timeouts left. Our ball game tonight brought to you by Russians Towing, Baldwin Toyota, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire Eye Care Specialist. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, Air Solutions, Edmondson Warren and Holt Legal Services, Maverick Glass, and Senator Jason Bean. Proud supporters of the Poplar Bluff Mules here this season. Boy, Steven, he's got it right by calling this a great night for high school basketball. Right now, the Mules in sync, no doubt about it. So now coming out of the timeout here for Cape Central, they will bring it right toward us, coming up on the 5:08 mark here in the ball game, or I should say, in the first half, rather. 5 minutes now to go. Jay Reynolds over to Edwards. Edwards now, 25-14 the score. Good move by Edwards. Up and over Preston Moore. It's no good. Rebounded by Roberson. Roberson is going to go down the lane, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Cape Central. Mules basketball. We're going to see Brendan Durden back in the ball game now for the Mules, and Blaze Rowland, man, he come in and gave the Mules a quick spark there. Lee Wallace is enjoying what he sees right now from Evansville, Indiana. Preston Moore from the inbound. He battles his way in and give him 2 more. He's got 7 points now. Between him, Darius Graham, 16 points, and that's 6 more for Brendan Durden. Another steal by Durden, as Hempstead is back in. And now the Mules, Roberson from the wing knocks it down. He's got 5 points. Mules right now leading at 29-14. I tell you what, Parker, if I could, I would, my friend. If I could send Tim out there, I would. Edwards misses the first opportunity. He gets his own missed shot and then 2 more points. And we're going to see Edwards here may have taken a shot here. He might be injured a little bit, had to leave. So Edwards is going to take a seat for the time being. Back in for the Mules is Isaiah Neville. Darius Graham is going to check in momentarily. Tyson Williams back in for Cape Central. Dallas Williams will take a seat. And Darius Graham is back in. The Mules have on the floor Isaiah Neville, Darius Graham, Preston Moore, Marlon Hickman-Roberson, and Brendan Durden. Mules with the ball now. 29-16 the score. So now the Mules, 29-16. They lead by 13. Darius Graham now. He's going to go baseline. Oh, good space there by Darius Graham. This one, it rolls out on him. Roberson, though, the offensive rebound and draws the contact. Good job by Roberson there on the contact. And he's going to shoot 2 more free throws presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. It'll be on Tyson Williams, team foul number 2 now. So now Roberson, 5 points here in the ball game. First free throw is up, and it is good. For the season, Roberson shooting 78% on the free throw line. 30-16 to score. Their biggest lead, 14 points, and misses that one. And here comes Cape Central now. Jay Reynolds with the rebound, quickly being double teamed. Williams near the elbow goes up and scores. That was a nice move by Williams. Give him 2 more. He's got 8 points of the team's 18. Preston Moore going to go baseline. He goes up and over and scores. He's got 9 points. Boy, Preston Moore just gets better and better every single ball game. Williams' shot is no good. Edward make that. Morris, though, with the rebound. His first bucket of the first half. It is now 32-20. Mules still lead by 12. Darius Graham now working in around the timeline. Preston Moore, he's got 9 points. Him and Darius Graham with 9. Brendan Durden, he wants to join him, misses that one. And the ball is batted around to Clemens. Good shot taken there by Durden, I thought. Jay Reynolds is going to have it knocked away by Darius Graham. Graham doing his part right now. Hickman, Roberson, Durden each with 6 points, 9 each by Graham and by Moore. And we're going to see Dallas Williams coming in now for Isaiah Neville on the other end. Clemens will take a seat, and back in for him is going to be Edwards. He checks back in. 2:38, long three-point bucket is no good by Reynolds. Great job by Preston Moore. Right time, right place, right time. Here we go. Darius Graham's shot is no good. Reynolds with the rebound. So now Cape Central, the Mules right now have been out-rebounded 16-13. Three-point basket by Reynolds. This one is no good. Another offensive rebound, this one by Edwards. And now we're going to get a whistle and a travel on Tyson Williams. That'll be turnover number 8 right now in the first half by Cape Central. Mules only have 2 coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Mules lead by 12. Durden now over to Roberson. They work it around. Dallas Williams near the baseline. He'll get it back out to Preston Moore. Moore picked up by Edwards. Moore going to go down the lane, and it's going to be offensive foul, I believe it is, on Preston Moore. May have dropped that shoulder. That's going to be his second personal. And now Cameron Settle back in the ball game. Moore will take a seat. Mules lead it here 32-20. So Tyson Williams going to bring it down and give it right back to Jay Reynolds. He'll cross half court. Roberson picks him up there. Mules now in a 1-2-2 set here in the half court. Durden now doing some good work defensively. Durden protecting the middle. Edwards now picked up by Dallas Williams. Trying to go inside the lane. He does, and they're going to wave the shot off. The foul was on the floor, so no basket. It was on the floor. Cameron Settle picks up the foul. And now Isaiah Neville coming in the ball game. He'll check in for Darius Graham. Mules right now shooting 46%, 11 of 24. Cape Central 8 of 24, 33%. Hempstead thought about taking that wide open three. Williams now back outside to Jay Reynolds. Reynolds inside the paint. It's up and good. Boy, it's hard to stop him. It is hard to stop him. He's got 6. 1:10 to go here in the first half. Mules lead it by 10. And it's going to go out of bounds and a turnover on the Mules. And we're going to see checking out for Cape Central Hempstead. And back in for him is Clemens, number 23. 1:09 to go here before halftime. Coming up at the half, we'll break it all down for you. We'll bring you the first half numbers. Mules basketball presented by Senator Jason Bean. Maverick Glass, what a move inside to a wide open Tyson Williams. And they are climbing back in this ball game now, 32-24. Mules at one point led by as many as 14. Dallas Williams, his shot way off the mark, over the back on Cameron Settle.
Foul on the Mules, Cameron Settle, that's his second.
It's going to be his second personal foul. Team foul number 5. We're going to walk the length of the floor.
Morris Young, shooting 2.
Our ball game tonight brought to you by Edmondson Warren and Holt Legal Services, Air Solutions, Larry Hill Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, and Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. So Goliath Morris Young to the free throw line. He will shoot 2 free throws at 32-24 the score. First one is up and it is good. So just like that, Cape Central now. They are bound determined to make this a ball game. Second one coming up here for Young. 32-25 the score. It is up and it is good. 32-26 now. It is a quick 6-point lead now. Cape Central, by the way, has the possession arrow. And now Darius Graham to Dallas Williams from the elbow. It is off the mark. It's no good. Williams with the rebound. Talking about Tyson Williams of Cape Central. Once again, at Cape Central, 18-13 in favor of rebounds. Getting fuller by the moment here at the Fieldhouse. Championship game coming up after this one. Edwards with the left hand, or make that the right hand. He's got it. He's got 6 points. And now Cape Central, they are down by just 4 points now. And Cape Central, jump ball is going to stay with Cape Central, and it's going to be a turnover on the Mules. Woo. Well, I'll tell you what, the Mules were to a 14-point advantage, and all of a sudden that is gone with 2 seconds. And a foul going to be called at the end of the half. There were 2 Mules there, and if it was I believe it was on the shot attempt, they're saying. It's going to be on the Mules, and that's going to be possibly 3 free throws coming up. It'll be on Brendan Durden. Not the way the Mules wanted to end the half, that's for sure. So now the first free throw coming up. It is on the way, it's up, and it is good. Second free throw upcoming here. It is up, and it is good as well. And he gets one more. They're going to say that he was behind the arc and trying to shoot, so it's going to be a 3 free throw opportunity, and he knocks them both down. And boy, that hurts. That absolutely hurts. As we get ready for halftime, Reynolds with 9 points here in the ball game. It is a 32-31 game. We're back in 3 minutes. It's all being brought to you by PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialists. This is the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is now a certified dealer for Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Kevin's Auto is also a full-service garage from brakes and oil changes to electrical and AC. Don't forget they also offer custom muffler work. It's Kevin's Auto and Tire, located on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
These home selling tips will help you maximize your profit. New countertops can be a game changer. A fresh coat of paint can yield a return as large as 400% on your investment. A well-maintained yard, new mulch, and even a new door can add curb appeal. Declutter and make your home feel tidy, larger, and inviting, and it costs nothing. Call me, Amy McLean at PB Realty West Branch, and let's get started today in boosting your home's value.
You're in the zone with Baldwin Toyota. Today's spotlight is the 2024 Toyota Tundra. This truck is a powerhouse with its available I-Force Max engine.
That's right. It's built like a champion from the ground up. Its powertrain, frame, and suspension work together, providing an available max towing capacity of up to 12,000 pounds. With Tundra, you can haul with confidence.
Head to Baldwin Toyota and experience the power of the 2024 Toyota Tundra for yourself. And now back to Mules action.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling.
Look, Grandma, there's another PB Realty sign.
Yes, I know, dear. PB Realty signs are everywhere.
Another one, and it says Legacy Farm.
Did you know PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialist have 3 offices in Poplar Bluff, plus offices in Donovan, Piedmont, and even Branson? This is Lucy Wheeler with PB Realty.
So we are back
Call
here
me
in
today,
the Mules right now. They lead by a score of 32-30.
or
Let's
myself,
go ahead now and break it all down for you. Let's start
429-3243.
with Cape Central. The Mules outscored them 14-8 in that first quarter. They were outscored at 22-18 in the second quarter. The Tigers are shooting 41%. They are 11 out of 27 overall. They are 0 out of 7 from behind the three-point arc, and they are 8 out of 8 on the free throw line here in the ball game. 18 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 turnovers, and 1 steal here in the ball game. They are led by Tyson Williams. He's got 10 points. He had 6 in the first quarter, 4 in the second, and then 8 points by Jay Reynolds. He had 2 in the first, 6 in the second. 6 points by Tashandre Edwards. He had all 6 in that second quarter. 4 by Goliath Morris Young, all coming in the second quarter. And then 2 by Clemens that also came in that second quarter as well. Now looking over at the Mules right now, the Mules are shooting 42%. Let's go by quarter here. The Mules shot 33% in the first quarter, shot 50% in that second quarter, and the Mules 11 of 26 overall. They are 6 of 8 on the free throw line, 4 out of 12 from behind the arc. 13 rebounds, already 10 first half assists. They've got 5 steals and 5 turnovers in the first half. The Mules are led by Darius Graham and by Preston Moore, each having 9 points. Darius Graham had 2 in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Preston Moore had 5 points in the first, 4 in the second. 6 points each by Marlon Hickman-Roberson. He had 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Brendan Durden with 6 points. He had 3 in the first, 3 in the second as well. And then 2 points by Dallas Williams. And that is your first half scoring by both teams, as the Mules and the Tigers, only 2 points separate them. And it should be a good, fun second half coming up. Our ball game is brought to you by First Choice Insurance, Baldwin Toyota, also Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also being brought to you by PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Kevin's Auto Repair, Scott Law Group LLC, and being brought to you by First Midwest Bank. The Mules right now, they lead by a deuce. It is 32-30. It'll be Mules basketball when we come back. And we will take a quick timeout, and the Mules will have it when we come back here. 32-30 is your halftime score. Our halftime has been brought to you by PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. We're back in 2 minutes. You've been watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chip windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
Did you know that 60% of Americans don't have a last will and testament? At Scott Law Firm, we understand that planning for the future can be difficult, but it's important to have a plan in place, no matter the size of your estate. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Call Scott Law Firm.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
We are back here live in the field house, and I'm getting a lot of messages from a lot of different folks here, Tim, about people still being outside trying to get in. And I'm going to be honest with you, Amanda, there are some open seats in here. I mean, it's crowded, don't get me wrong, very full. But I look out, and I'm on the upper level, so I can see a lot here, and I do see some open spots. But what I can't see what's in the lobby behind us, so that might be why they are not letting folks in, because there might be a lot of volume in the lobby. Not sure about that. But hopefully you guys will, the ones that are still waiting, will be able to get in here fairly soon. Before we get started, second half action, our ball game once again proudly presented by Senator Jason Bean, Maverick Glass, Edmondson Warren, and Holt Legal Services, Air Solutions, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance, Baldwin Toyota. Also being brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Scott Law Group LLC, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, and Russians Towing, proud supporters of the Poplar Bluff Mules. All right, so here we go as we get ready to bring you second half action. We're going to have the same starting five as what we had to begin this ball game on the Cape side, as well as on the Mules side as well. It'll be Mules basketball. Here we go. Mules have it now. They will inbound, and they're going to come right toward us now. That means they'll go left to right on your radio dials and your TV screens. So now Roberson to Preston Moore. They work it around. The Mules lead by 2. They have led by as many as 14 in this ball game. And now we'll see if the Mules can maybe get that lead back up. Preston Moore's shot is no good. It rebounded that time by the Tigers. And here we go. Hempstead, he goes up and over. And folks, we've got ourselves a tie ball game at the field house. It is 32-all. Dallas Williams, he's going to go baseline outside to a wide open Preston Moore. Is too strong, and the rebound by Tyson Williams. Cape Central on the move right now. Three-point basket by Reynolds. This one is no good. It is rebounded by Roberson. Boy, the Mules catch a break on that one. Easily could have been a three-point advantage for Cape Central. Darius Graham now. Mules' 14-point lead has now been erased officially. Brendan Durden's got 6 points. Darius Graham, he wants a three. It's good. Darius Graham, nothing but net. And now it is a three-point advantage for the Mules now. 35-32. Man, the Mules needed that one. Darius Graham needed that three-pointer. Mules, by the way, 5 of 14 from behind the arc here in this ball game, 36%. Last night, the Mules went 1 of 22. Hempstead going inside to, good job there by Dallas Williams. Young will turn it over. Darius Graham is going to be going, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Mules. Back-to-back turnovers there. Tell you what, Greg, it is a big crowd here tonight, no doubt about it. Fieldhouse is rocking tonight. I told Tim he's got about 10 minutes following the ball game to break everything down. If he's not done in 10 minutes, Greg, you may be coming to get him. Leaving him behind here in Sikeston, I told him. Edwards from the elbow. Shot is going to be off the mark. It's no good. Rebounded by Darius Graham. The Mules now lead by 3, 35-32. Boy, Williams was wide open there for a moment. The Mules do find him, but a little bit too late. Good officiating crew here tonight. Getting a text message from a good buddy of mine saying, oh, on the inbound, Roberson, he was wide open. Great job by Brendan Durden. Now the Mules lead by 5. I was going to say, it looks like half of the Mules fans are still outside trying to get in. That's what I was just told. So now Edwards or make that Reynolds rather. Oh, what a block by Durden. Durden with a huge block. And now Preston Moore going down the lane. He goes up and draws the contact. Boy, he was double teamed and still able to draw some contact. Great job by Preston Moore. He's got 9 points. It's going to be on Goliath Morris. It'll be his second personal. And Preston Moore now for some Larry Hillis Dodge free throws. He is shooting 74% on the season, 20 out of 27. He is 2 of 2 on the night. First one is up, nothing but net. Great shot there by Preston Moore. Isaiah Neville and Nikolai Combat coming in the ball game. Dallas Williams and Darius Graham will take a seat. We got a chance to see Nikolai last night for the first time on varsity. Second one is off the mark. It's no good. Roberson, though, got the rebound. Still fighting for the ball. Now we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball. It's going to go toward Cape Central, I believe. So now Cape Central will have the possession arrow. And we're going to see coming out of the ball game now is going to be Young for Cape Central. And now Clemens is back in the ball game as well. He sees a lot of minutes for Coach Drew Church. 18th season as the head basketball coach. Good guy at Cape Central. Going to be a foul on the Mules. I believe it's going to be on Durden. It is on Durden. That's number 3 on him. And that's a big one. Oh, what a move inside. The Jay Reynolds. And he was wide open and just could not. He lost a handle on the inbound and a turnover on Jay Reynolds. That is uncharacteristic like that of him. He had that ball right in his possession, and he was going to score some points. Neville's shot is no good. Here comes Hempstead. A rare turnover by Jay Reynolds, and that would have given him 2 points. He'll take a 3. This one in and out, no good. Rebounded by Durden. Here come the Mules now. Boy, the Mules doing a great job rebounding tonight. Durden wants a long 3. This one is no good, and we're going to get a foul coming up. This one going to be on Nikolai Combat. It'll be his first. Team foul number 2 now. They haven't put it up on the board yet, but that's going to be on number 11, Nikolai Combat for the Mules. Big crowd watching us tonight on social media. Appreciate all the coverage here tonight that we are getting. Edwards near the baseline. This one tipped away by Nikolai. Great job by the Mules. Darius Graham going to check back in for Coach Will Durden. He'll come in for Brendan Durden. Durden has 6 points on the night. He's got 4 assists, 3 rebounds in about 16 minutes of work. Boy, a big shout out to Frank Staple and his staff at Sikeston. They went above and beyond for us this week, giving Tim electrical outlets, giving us access to the press box at 3:30 in the afternoon. Most days this week, we were the first ones in the building to get set up. This one's going to be a foul against Poplar Bluff, so we appreciate the administration going above and beyond, letting us come over, stream our 3 Mules games. Isaiah Neville is going to be called for the personal foul. First one is on the way. It's up and it's good by Reynolds. Third quarter, 3:53. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. We got that change, my friend. Second one is on the way. It's good by Reynolds. He's got double digits now, 38-34 the score. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Mules here lead it by 4. Mules looking to see which player can step up and give them some points. Preston Moore too strong. Roberson, though, going for the rebound. He goes up, it's too strong. Third charm is a good one. Roberson, it took him 3 chances, but it got the points. It is now 42-34 the score. 3:21 to go here in the third quarter. Big points there by Roberson. Roberson, he's got 10 on the night. Him and Preston Moore with 10, 12 by Darius Graham. 3-point basket by the Tigers is no good. Good job there by Edwards on the rebound. Count it, and the bucket. He's got 8. Be a 3-point play for the Mules. So Preston Moore going to take a seat for the Mules. Dallas Williams coming back in. We get a timeout called, and this one we will step away for 30 seconds. We'll come right back. Mules lead 40-36 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
We're back here live in the field house. Mules lead a 40-36 here. It'll be a 3-point play coming up for the Tigers. Joining us right now, Rusty Hendricks. He is the voice of Notre Dame basketball. He works for our sister station, SEMO ESPN, out of Cape Girardeau. You're here every year, Rusty, and this season is no different. I think the SEMO Conference, one of the better conferences in the entire state, and we are seeing that this week here in Sikeston.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that, Frankie. The competition here is second to none in the state, like you said. So, I mean, you have all kinds of great teams, but also very good players, and players that a number of them, Frankie, that'll be playing at the next level, you know, when they graduate high school. So, very fun for these fans and a fun atmosphere here at Sikeston.
You know, what's really cool is the Mules got off to a 14-point lead early in the first half. Cape Central, they cut it down, and now we see Nikolai for a 3, knocks it down. Tell you what, Rusty, you're good luck. You may have to stick around with shots like that. 43-37. Mules, as Cape Central cut it down to about 2 points. And now the Mules quickly back out in front here. And that goes to show you that these teams, they will not give up no matter how many points they're down, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's been a battle tonight, Frankie. You know, we saw, obviously, the Mules getting up early in this game. Cape Central storming back there at the end of the first half. And so I expect it to be back and forth the rest of the way. Should be fun.
It really should. Dallas Williams now. The Mules, he wants a 3-pointer. He gets a 3-pointer. Great job by Isaiah Neville to set him up. Another 3-pointer. Last night, Rusty, the Mules went 1 for 22 behind the arc. Tonight, 7 of 17. And that's a big shot there by Jay Reynolds. He's got 13 points. I was going to say the Mules on the 3-point line tonight. Big difference and a big block that time by Edwards as Darius Graham tried to get 2 more points, and a big block there by Edwards as we see Jay Evanson back in for Isaiah Neville. I like what we are seeing here in the first off the consolation championship, and then here in the third place game. These two teams, neither one want to lose. Darius Graham on the inbound, he's got 14 points. Mules lead 48-40 all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a good bounce back, like you said, off shooting night for the Mules, and good to see them jumping back into it here tonight. Hey, they're a good shooting team. It's all about confidence. A lot of it is, Frankie, with how you can shoot, and obviously they're in it tonight.
Hempstead goes inside the paint. Good shot for him. He's got 4 points. So main question to you here, Rusty, is coming up next game, New Madrid, Sikeston, who you got?
Look, it's going to be tough to go against Sikeston. They have a lot of skill, obviously, with P.J. Farmer, going to Sikeston this year. They're the favorites, no doubt, the #1 seed. So New Madrid, I think it'll be a game. Those two teams going back and forth, but I got to pick Sikeston. I would say somewhere around 15 to 20 points.
Ooh, 15 to 20 points. I'm going to go one better. I'm going to say New Madrid +5. Dallas Williams, a big 3-pointer. Tell you what, this Mules team, they are really knocking them down here. Timeout called I'm going to say New Madrid stuns everybody in this building. I know it's Sikeston's home floor. I get that, but it's hard to count out A.J. Ruff and those guys of New Madrid. They've got a lot going on for them. Coach Jenkins will have them ready. I think that New Madrid thrives in a raucous crowd, in my opinion.
I agree. They're a team that plays with that edge, and they have a lot of fun playing with that target on their back as well. But with their top guys and Jones and Ruff, like you said, and also Williamson, it's their defense is what's going to do it for them, Frankie, if they want to get the upset tonight and turning that into offense.
Is it not cool watching Tim out in the crowd, stream this game from the crowd? I done told him he's got 10 minutes after the game to get everything broke down. Otherwise, you may be giving him a ride back to Bluff. I'm going on to the house.
Looks like he's made some friends over there next to him. How about that?
That's very important. Our camera guy literally has nothing behind him besides the wall, so to make friends is probably in his best suit right now.
That's right.
51-44. I know you're a busy guy hanging out with us. I wanted to bring you on for a few minutes and kind of pick your brain. You do a lot for Southeast Missouri basketball, and hopefully we're in for a great finish here at the Fieldhouse.
It should be a lot of fun, and like you said, Poplar Bluff playing some good basketball here tonight, have the lead, and we'll see if they can finish it off.
Amen to that. Coming up on the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter, 103, a foul called on Poplar Bluff. Tim Harmon does a phenomenal job officiating high school ball. Jay Edmondson is going to be called for the personal foul. Already 5 team fouls now for the Mules, and that's going to put Jay Reynolds on the free throw line. He is 6 of 6 tonight. And one thing about the Tigers here in this ball game, the Tigers so far, they are 11 of 11, make that 12 out of 12 on the free throw line. And boy, when you get a team like that, it is hard to beat a team that can make free throws consistently like they can.
That's a game changer, and obviously Reynolds a pure shooter, and maybe
we jinxed him a little bit there. That one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Dallas Williams. It's a 6-point ball game now. 1 minute to go, 51-45. If you're the Mules defense right now, this stop is so key, being up by 6. So now Williams going to go baseline and tries. He jams it home. He's got 12. That's a big play there. And now the Mules quickly, and it's going to be a turnover on the Mules. And we saw this last night against Sikeston where the Mules had the lead and then back-to-back turnovers. And then it was a different ball game. So we'll see if the Mules here, as Roberson's going to come back in the ball game for Preston Moore.
Well, they need to stay composed, Frankie, in this final 49 seconds of this third quarter. Just play some sound defense, be smart. They'll be all right.
Absolutely here. Roberson now under 42 seconds. Mules trying to get a big stop here. They lead by 4. They do. Durden with a big steal. Durden on his horse. He goes up and scores. Durden with 8 points. Boy, the Mules can cause some turnovers and they can score in transition. Edwards now guarded by Williams. His shot is short. Rebounded by Darius Graham. And with 23 seconds, we get a whistle and a foul coming up on Hempstead. And that should be his third. Not a bad foul there because Darius Graham was once again off to the races.
Good response there from Poplar Bluff, Frankie. And tell you what, they can get another bucket here before the end of the quarter. That'd be huge.
Let's get a three-pointer. What do you say? Darius Graham, as he gets silent all of a sudden on me. Dallas Williams now, top of the key, picked up by Edwards. He wants a 3. This one is no good. Jay Edmondson, a big rebound, though, for him. Still got 5 seconds. Darius Graham, step back 3. It is off the mark. It's no good. And Reynolds with the rebound. So the Mules are going to go to the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead. They lead at 53-47. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is now a certified dealer for Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Kevin's Auto is also a full-service garage from brakes and oil changes to electrical and AC. Don't forget they also offer custom muffler work. It's Kevin's Auto and Tire, located on Cravens Road in Poplar Bluff.
All right, so here we go in the fourth quarter now. The Mules, they will have the ball now, so Cape Central will get it the next time around. The Mules lead it by 6, 53-47. Preston Moore got away with the travel there. Brendan Durden from the free throw line, no good. And the ball is batted around right in to Hempstead. 53-47 now. Mules just got to play sound defense, Rusty, the next few possessions and try to turn those missed shots into points on the other side.
That's right. On-ball pressure here, important for them, and also rebounding. It's a deep three by Reynolds.
And we're going to get a whistle here, and this one is going to go, I believe, it's going to be Bluff basketball.
Might have called a 3-second.
Yeah, I think, it was a 3-second violation there. So 53-47 now. Durden and company. He's got 8 points on the night so far. 10 by Hickman Roberson, 10 by Moore, 14 by Darius Graham. He is so quick, and Reynolds is going to be called for the foul. That'll be his third. 7:10 to go here in the ball game. Mules right now with a 6-point advantage. By the way, the Mules will have off until Tuesday after tonight. Our next home game comes up against West Plains. Of course, we'll see Notre Dame later on this year. I think we're going to your place this year, Rusty.
That's right.
Going to Notre Dame. How are they doing this year?
1-3 record here, the early going. So
they've had a tough schedule, though. Let's be honest. They've had a pretty tough schedule to begin the season. Durden going inside the lane. This one is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards, they're saying. So Mules now will have it. Darius Graham, Jay Edmondson, Preston Moore, Marlon Hickman Roberson, Brendan Durden on the floor right now. Oh, Jay Edmondson threw it away. Hempstead out in front to Edwards, and his shot is no good. Preston Moore with the rebound. Mules have 8 turnovers in the ball game. Brendan Durden's shot is no good. He gets his own rebound and blocked from behind. Boy, great job by Preston Moore to bat that around into the hands of Brendan Durden, and he'll draw the contact.
That was just an effort play, Frankie, with Preston Moore there, fighting for the rebound, able to tap it over there, and just playing hard of the Mules. They want to win this game.
Durden's free throws presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. He is 5 out of 9 this season, 56%. He has not been there tonight, knocks down the first one. 54-47 now. Jay Edmondson out of the ball game, and Dallas Williams is back in. Isaiah Neville going to check in for Durden here. If he makes it, he's got 9 points, trying to make it double digits. And he'll miss that one. Williams on the rebound. 6:29 to go in the ball game. Mules up by a touchdown. Williams' shot is no good, and Darius Graham winds up with a big rebound. Hats off to Brendan Durden, though, batting it around. We get a whistle and a foul coming up on Tyson Williams. And now Neville coming in for Brendan Durden. That's his second personal foul, 54-47. And right now the Mules here doing a phenomenal job. 1 of 22 last night from behind the arc. They are 8 out of 20 tonight, 40%. Much different compared to 24 hours ago. Roberson now from the long jumper there. This one is no good. Picked up by Edwards. Here comes Cape Central. Williams is going to draw the contact. Boy, I tell you what, one thing about Cape Central, they can flat out get you in transition if you're not careful.
Yeah, I was getting ready to bring that up, Frankie. Right now, Poplar Bluff needs to adjust a little bit on misses. Got to make sure they get back and stop the transition.
So Tyson Williams, 14 points. He is 2 out of 2 on the free throw line. Misses that one. Roberson with the rebound. And now Darius Graham, he gets it to Preston Moore. Oh, good job by Moore. He's trying to go inside the paint there. And now the officials get together. And let's see which official makes it. It's going to be Bluff basketball. Good job by the officials to get together, Rusty, and make the right call.
Yeah, it was clearly off a Cape player, off of one of their shin. I'd like to get more a touch maybe on this possession, Frankie.
Dallas Williams was calling for a good job by Edwards. Tysandre Edwards, man, he is all over the floor. Cape Central, by the way, they are shooting 42%. They are 18 of 43 on the ball game. Roberson now picked up by Clemens, now back to Moore. Dallas Williams now thinking about going inside. Tries to find Darius Graham, and he does. Graham now, 5:39 to go. Mules lead at 54-49. We will see these two teams again coming up later on this year. Williams shot is way off the mark this time, rebounded by Hempstead. And now here comes Williams inside the paint, and he goes in and scores. He's got 16. And a timeout called by Cape Central. We're going to go to a quick timeout here ourselves. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It is all of a sudden 54-51 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. We're back in 30 seconds.
These home selling tips will help you maximize your profit. New countertops can be a game changer. A fresh coat of paint can yield a return as large as 400% on your investment. A well-maintained yard, new mulch, and even a new door can add curb appeal. Declutter and make your home feel tidy, larger, and inviting, and it costs nothing. Call me, Amy McLean at PB Realty West Branch, and let's get started today in boosting your home's value.
So a three-point game separates these two teams, 54-51. And I got a feeling, Rusty, this game is going to come down all the way to the wire. Mules were at one point led by as many as 14. Cape Central, though, they did not go away, and now they are one possession away from tying the game. Mules got to take it really careful now. Like you said, maybe get more touches here, get the right shot. Darius Graham inside the paint. This one no good. It's tipped in by Roberson.
Yeah, can you get stops, Frankie, and can you make free throws down the stretch?
That's
that should help you get the win.
You're right, absolutely indeed. At 56-51 now, Williams. Good job by Darius Graham. Graham is causing havoc out there defensively, getting his first start of the season. And now Jay Reynolds, rather. He's the guy you want to have the ball. If you're Cape Central, he makes things happen. Williams inside the paint, quadruple teamed. Hempstead now nearly lost it, and now Cape Central going to reset here. Hempstead now back into the corner. Once again, Hempstead getting a little bit of space, and he's going to be bumped by Dallas Williams, and that'll be a foul on him. That was good ball movement by Cape Central, doing all they could there to try to get the Mules napping a little bit. 4:15 to go here in the ball game. Hempstead, he's got 4 points in the ball game. He has not been at the line so far tonight. 56-51, knocks down the free throw. Tell you what, this Tigers team, 13 out of 15 overall, 87% on the free throw line. Do not want to get into a free throw matchup with them. They do miss that one. Roberson with the rebound. And now Durden comes down with it.
I'd like to see maybe a little ball screen action, but instead Graham to the rim. Nice take.
Oh, man, that one looked good going down. And now the Mules, as Graham could not get the shot off, it's going to go to Williams, and here comes the Tigers now. Three-point basket by the Tigers, in and out, no good. Oh, what a good job by Darius Graham to tip it to himself. 56-52 now, 3:40 to go. Preston Moore going to go baseline. It's going to be a whistle and a foul, and boy, Preston Moore got lucky on that one. That one could have been a turnover very easily.
Yeah, got bailed out by the reach-in on Cape Central, and we'll see if they call it a shooting foul.
Nope,
or
I think it was before.
On the floor.
Yeah, going to be on the floor as Darius Graham is going to take a seat for Poplar Bluff, and Blaze Rowland going to check in. Now we're going to get a whistle, another foul on the floor, this one possibly on Clemens.
But that'll be the fifth foul, Frankie, and send them to the free throw line.
You send them to the free throw line, and Roberson is going to go to the charity stripe. He is 4 out of 6 tonight with 12 points. He is 73% on the season. These free throws presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. Ed Norton is tuning in. Glad to see him tuning in tonight. 50 as we see Jay Edmondson in the ball game now. He'll come in for Brendan Durden. So Roberson ends up missing both of the free throws, which is very uncharacteristic. And now on the other end,
a rebound.
Very big it's going to go to Cape Central. I was going to say, usually Roberson is at least good for maybe a 1 out of 2 situation, but missing both of them, that is big. And on the inbound, as Edwards is going to get 2 more points, and now we get a whistle and a timeout here, 56-54. It is a full timeout. Let's step away for 30 seconds. 2-point game separates these two teams on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Our ball game here tonight brought to you by Senator Jason Bean, Maverick Glass, Edmondson, Warren, and Holt Legal Services, Air Solutions. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, and Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. Mules led by 14 at one point, Rusty, but now a 2-point ball game. This possession by the Mules, I think, is so key to trying to get more points here as we get down the stretch.
Yeah, they need a good look. And look, we already know that there's 5 fouls on Cape Central. You'll be shooting free throws throughout. So be aggressive. Try something going towards the rim.
So now Jay Edmondson in for the Mules right now. Good screen by Preston Moore. He gets a little bit of space. A good backdoor move to Roberson. That's what you were talking about. Jay Edmondson made that one happen. The Mules extend their lead by 4. Hey, Miss York, yes, Grandma Jackie. If Grandma Jackie, she would say the same thing you just said. The score is way too close. We need that point spread right now. Oh, good move there as the Mules. Tyson Williams misses the shot. Durden now with the rebound. Here comes Durden inside the lane. Yes, sir. He's got 11. The Mules may be responding. All of a sudden now to a 6-point game now. And now the pressure swings all the way back to Cape Central, Rusty, as the Mules go on a quick 4-0 run.
Excellent move and response there by the Mules, and especially Durden on that play.
My goodness. So what you don't know is I always pay homage to Grandma Jackie. My grandmother Jackie, 90 years old, big Mules fan. She grew up in Cape but moved back here back a long time ago, and big Mules fan.
Shout out to Grandma Jackie.
That's right. And if we lose this game, I always blame her. Offensive foul by the Tigers. Great job there by the Mules taking that charge. Reynolds, and that is number 4 on him. That is a big, big foul. Boy, Brendan Durden, he was a true champ on that one. As we see Jay Edmondson back in the ball game now, or coming out rather. Isaiah Neville checks back in.
It's the little things, Frankie, that win you ball games.
That's right. 2 minutes here to go in the ball game. Mules lead by 6. So now the Mules trying to be smart here. Good pass there to Isaiah Neville. Neville picked up by Hempstead. Neville going to be stripped by Edwards, and here comes the Tigers now. Clemens all the way down, give him 2 points. That was a very good move by Cape Central. The Mules now trail or make that their lead by 4. Preston Moore goes back down the court. Give him another couple of points. He's got 12.
Such a soft touch there.
It really is. Edwards for the 3 ball, no good. Good move there by Darius Graham. Boy, this would be a big win for the Mules. Jackie York says, Mules fan for 6 decades. Love it. Big audience here watching us tonight on Facebook and on YouTube. Here in the 3rd place game, a SEMO conference. Boy, if the Mules can get 2 wins here in this conference, that would be huge on your schedule. Wide open to Preston Moore. Oh, what a good move there by Edwards. Edwards was able to get a block that time. Boy, that was a good move there by Edwards to get the block. Reynolds is going to get fouled on the 3-pointer. And that brings Coach Durden to his feet. And now 44 seconds left. And that is the wrong guy you want to foul here, Rusty, because that young man in this ball game, he is 7 out of 8.
Yeah, just not a smart play. Whether there's much contact or not, you just can't put yourself in that situation.
And Reynolds makes the first one. 62-57. If he makes both of these, it becomes a one-point game, or a one-possession game, rather, and then everything is back on the table. If you're Cape Central, he makes 2 out of 3. He's got 16 points.
Expect maybe some full court pressure here from Cape.
Absolutely.
Gotta take care of the basketball.
I would definitely expect that. And he misses that one, but right into the hands of Edwards, and that is huge. And now it is a 2-point game, so they get literally 2 for the price of 1 with a timeout here. And all of a sudden, when you think the game is coming to an end at Cape Central, they pull a Houdini, and now they trail by 2 points with only 41 seconds left.
So Frankie, if you're Coach Durden, what are you telling your team right now?
We got to attack the basket. If we get a good shot, we've got to take it. We can't sit back. That's where turnovers happen. The Mules, speaking of turnovers, we had 20 on Tuesday, or make that last night rather. 9 here tonight. Cape Central with 13. If I'm Coach Durden, I attack the basket, and I'm going for any shot. If it's a good shot, I take it and try to make this a 2-possession game.
How much clock do you want to burn?
If Cape Central sits back and lets us, I would try to burn at least 20 seconds,
Sure.
at least 20. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, first things first, obviously you got to try to make sure you get the ball up the floor, right? They're going to be having that full court pressure, got to take care of the basketball. Just be strong with it, and if they foul you, hit your free throws, but take care of it, and if you can get a good shot down the floor, take it.
If you're the Mules, if you're going to get fouled, the guys I'm looking out for to have the ball is going to be Preston Moore, Brendan Durden. Remember, Moore hit 2 big free throws in overtime against Jackson. They're going to go to Brendan Durden. Now Jay Edmondson, full court pressure. We may get a timeout here. We will. So Poplar Bluff now going to call a timeout. They're going to have 2 left. Cape Central, by the way, they've got 1 timeout left. And that's where the timeouts become critical in a game like this, because you know Cape Central, they're going to put out all the stops on full court pressure, and thankfully the Mules got 2 more left.
Yeah, you burn 9 seconds, you'll take that. Still 35.8 left on the clock. But again, make sure that you're screening off the ball, getting guys open, and you got to make smart, crisp passes. And again, be strong with the basketball. Cape Central's going to be hacking. They're going to be reaching, trying to get that steal. So be under control.
Absolutely here. 62-60. Mules shooting 40%. Cape Central shooting 44%. Big audience here tonight on social media, Facebook and on YouTube. Appreciate everybody's support tuning in tonight, watching our broadcast of the Mules game at the SEMO Conference. Mules have got to be able to get it in. Jay Edmondson, Darius Graham, Preston Moore, Marlon Hickman-Roberson, and Brendan Durden all on the floor for the Poplar Bluff Mules. They get it into Preston Moore. Moore now, got to get going. Jay Edmondson, he's going to cross half court. And could have been, oh my goodness, there's a turnover, and now we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Mules. And just like you said, the turnover came back to bite us on that one, and that's going to put Hempstead on the foul on the free throw line.
Well, it looked like Edmondson, he crossed the half-court line, so you didn't have to worry about the 10-second call at that point.
Right.
But he seemed like he was rushing to try to get it.
I think he didn't realize that. I think he was thinking it was getting close to the 10-second. So now Hempstead, he'll get 2 free throws. He is 1 for 2 on the night. He can tie the ball game here. Big miss right there. So now, Rusty, if you're Cape Central, Coach Church and Hempstead, do you miss it on purpose and try to go for the rebound?
No, still 26 seconds left. You make it. You try to play tough defense, get a steal. If you have to, you foul Poplar Bluff.
Stephen Randall says his heart is pounding out of his chest, and he missed it on purpose, and they get the offensive rebound, and it didn't work for him. Oh my goodness, that was huge. We just talked about that. That was a gamble, and it did go Cape Central's way, but Preston Moore using his big frame to go up and get a rebound. And that is number 5, by the way, on Reynolds. He is just fouled out with 15 points, or make that 16 points rather.
It's a big loss. And look, you want to at least make 1, but if you can make both free throws, that'll be huge to make it a 2-possession game.
This reminds me of Tuesday night against Jackson. Preston Moore in overtime. He walked up leading by 2 points and sank both free throws. On the season, he is 75%, 3 of 3 on the night so far. These free throws are presented by Larry Hillis Dodge. Moore, one of our best free throw shooters on the team. At 22 seconds, all that remains. One of these is critical. Moore, first free throw coming up, and he does just that. Big time right there. Preston Moore, the senior, a 6'4" senior. Nico says huge rebound for Preston. He's getting it done all the way around. 3-point game now, 63-60. Here is the second one on the way, and it is good. It knocks him down, Mr. Clutch. And now Williams going to pick the ball up near midcourt. They're down by 4 points. 18 seconds, timeout called by Cape Central, and they are out of timeouts. That is their final timeout of this ball game. And now, if you're Coach Drew Church, what are you telling your team with 19.4 left?
You got to go quick. Since it's a two-possession game, Frankie, you're going to be attacking the basket. I would assume they're going to have a two-man game with Williams off the ball and then looking to get it to Edwards down low. So that's what I would assume from Coach Church. But again, they got to go quick. Just less than 20 seconds left.
Entering the ball game, the Mules as a team shooting 57% on the free throw line. Tonight we are 63%, 33 rebounds. They've been out-rebounded 35-33, but Cape Central's committed 13 turnovers. The Mules, meanwhile, they have committed 10 turnovers. So your best guy, Jay Reynolds, is on the bench right now, fouled out. If you're Coach Drew Church, who are you going to?
Yeah, get it to Edwards, see if you can get him rolling towards the basket. Now they're going to lob it to him.
Good job by Preston Moore. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Preston Moore. I like what he did. Good sportsmanship by Preston Moore. We got a watch party going on back in Poplar Bluff. Morgan McIntosh sending me a nice picture. You like that, Tim? A lot of people sitting around the house TV watching us, complimenting you on all the work, and they want to puke when they hear me and Rusty talk. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So a foul on Preston Moore. That's number 4, and with 18 seconds left here, Rusty, that gives Cape Central life. So if you're Edwards, maybe make the first one, miss the second one. What do you think? Or make both of them?
I would still, lean towards making both.
He misses that one, and that's big. You've got to make it now.
Yeah, at this point.
David Durbin said before the game started, Mules were going to win 67-60. He's not far off from that. And he missed both of them. Preston Moore with the rebound. Durden going to go to Jay Edmondson. Edmondson now. That was a smart move by Jay Edmondson to just dribble it out. 8 seconds. That was very smart by the junior to not go for a layup, to just run behind the basket there, inside the paint. And we've got a player down by Cape Central. I didn't see it in the beginning. Edwards went down. And, man, that's one thing you don't want to see by either team. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Edwards is such a great player for Cape Central, and he is grimacing in a lot of pain right here in front of us. We are right behind the basketball goal here, closest to the Mules section. And he is on the floor right now. They're going to help him up. Coach Drew Church. I didn't see what was injured. If you did, Rusty, go ahead and let us know if you were able to see that.
Yeah, as Edmondson was running the baseline there, Edwards was trying to streak toward him to try to get a quick foul, but Edmondson was able to elude him, and Edwards looked like he tweaked that right knee.
And that's not what you wanted. Coach Drew Church kind of holding his breath. Edwards is such a key asset. And now Jay Edmondson is going to go to the free throw line for Poplar Bluff. Huge rebound by Preston Moore. Moore on the night, 14 points, 7 rebounds. And now Edmondson, Larry Hillis Dodge free throws. These are critical. First one is no good.
Here's the thing too, Frankie, it's still a 2-possession game, 6 seconds. The last thing you can do is foul. So if you give up a 3, a layup, so be it, but you cannot foul.
Cannot foul in this situation. He missed that one on purpose, I believe. Clemens, Darius Graham goes in for the steal, and the Mules will come away with the victory. That is a huge win for Poplar Bluff. Darius Graham getting it done offensively and defensively, and the Mules climb back to 500. Let's hear you, Mules fans. What a great battle by Poplar Bluff. Rusty, if you're the Mules coming in here beating Jackson and Cape Central, that is huge on your schedule.
Yeah, 2 big wins for you. That'll build confidence throughout the rest of the season, and it's just playing good basketball right now. I'd like to see it.
Love to see the comments rolling in as well. Rusty, thank you again for your commentary, my good man. Coming up next, we're going to get Coach Aaron Duncan live on the program. Mules get it done, 64-60, taking 3rd place, and we'll let Tim zoom in on the team down there. Well, we were doing that. And, of course, we're going to come right back with our live interview with Coach Aaron Duncan. Coming up, it might be Will Durden, not sure. You're listening to Mules basketball and watching it live on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Look, Grandma, there's another PB Realty sign.
Yes, I know, dear. PB Realty signs are everywhere.
Another one, and it says Legacy Farm.
Did you know PB Realty and Legacy Farm and Land Specialist have 3 offices in Poplar Bluff, plus offices in Donovan, Piedmont, and even Branson? This is Lucy Wheeler with PB Realty. Call me today, 573-785-7600, or my cell, 429-3243.
All right, so we are back here live, and if Tim can, we'll have him swing that camera. He may not be able to today, I'm not sure. All right, Coach, first off, what a big win here tonight against Cape Central. Walk us through here. Your Mules got off to a 14-point start, and then at Cape Central, they would battle back and never give up. But, man, this Mules team, I saw something tonight I have not seen all season. This team will not quit. They will not stop battling. And is it easy to say the confidence is starting to soar with your Mules?
It's just, yeah, they're playing with some grit and determination. And, we got off to a good start. And like I said last night, we've been getting off to good starts throughout the year, with the exception of one. And then we let them get downhill. The Williams kid, man, he's explosive and he's strong. And but we had some good help side defense, and we made the plays when we had to, and came out with the win.
Balance. Our scoring was very balanced here tonight. Not 1, not 2, but 3 players with 14 points. Preston Moore, Marlon Hickman-Roberson, Darius Graham. But Preston Moore, we say this like a broken record. This young man can not only score, but he can also get rebounds. And when we needed him, he went and found them.
Down late, we let them get one. We let them get a few offensive rebounds in the 4th, but down late when we needed it at the very end, guys jumped up and grabbed them. So, I mean, that's what we got to do. It's just got to be, every night it's going to be somebody different. That's how the team's built, and they just play for each other, and just out there playing hard. And hey, we'll just see what happens. We're growing up and finding out who we are, and that's a good gritty win.
Coach Durden has said this 2 times this week. I want you to do me a favor. A lot of folks listening on the radio, watching us back home, I want you to look over at Tim and tell Tim and the folks watching to come in here and to beat 2 quality teams like a Jackson and a Cape Central. What does that mean to this team?
Well, like Coach said the other day, if you play, or last night, if you're playing on the last night in this conference, it's a big deal. So, this is a tough tournament. Man, it's so tough. Conference is so tough. And, when after Christmas break we get back into conference play and you go to these places and play it, you can't go into any gym thinking you're going to win that night.
Sure.
So you have to come in with the mentality that, hey, it's going to be a battle. And everybody's going to give it their best. And that's the good thing about this area and the way people play. They play hard. And, there's some quality, basketball teams here.
And let's not make no mistake about it. This Cape Central team, we could see them in districts. A huge win tonight, no matter what floor it's on. To beat a conference team and a district team, that's even more special.
Right, it is. And, they got some guys out. But, that's part of it. I mean, and we got one that just came back, and so I mean, you just got to play through it all, and so we'll see. It's going to be a tough run. And we'll just find out what we're made of.
All right, Coach, we're going to be off until Tuesday. West Plains coming to our home on Tuesday. First and foremost, what do we know about them?
They're just going to be tough. They're going to be tough and resilient. I mean, several years ago, one of their coaches contacted me, and he said he wants to play. They wanted to play some schools from over in here because when they get into the, after the district that they're in, then they have to play teams that play, hard and physical like this. And so they're going to be tough, physical, and, they're going to play hard. So, there's nobody on our schedule that's not going to be, anytime you walk in, is going to be we're going to win the game that night. You got to come and bring it every night, and, it's tough. So you got to be ready.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time, and congratulations. What a heartfelt win tonight. The Mules get it done, climb back to 500. Have a safe trip back to Poplar Bluff. We'll see you on Tuesday at home, my friend.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach Aaron Duncan joining us live on the postgame. The Mules get it done 64-60. We appreciate Coach Duncan, Coach Durden. Real quick, a championship game is going on next. We're going to get out of here. Real quickly, the Mules that shot the ball 40%. They were 23 of 57, 8 out of 21 from behind the arc, 10 of 18 on the free throw line, 34 rebounds, 11 offensive rebounds, 18 assists, 10 turnovers, and 8 steals. They were led once again by Darius Graham, Preston Moore, Marlon Hittman-Roberson, each with 14 points overall. 11 by Brendan Durden, 8 points by Dallas Williams, and then 3 points by Nikolai Combat. And the Mules getting a win tonight, taking third place in the SEMO Conference Tournament in this season. An incredible accomplishment for the Poplar Bluff Mules. All right, we're going to have to get off of here because of other games going to go on after this one. Real quick, our sponsors, they include First Midwest Bank, Scott Law Group, LLC, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, also Russians Towing, Baldwin Toyota, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, also being brought to you by Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, Air Solutions, Edmondson Warren and Holt Legal Services, Maverick Glass, and Senator Jason Bean. For Rusty Hendricks and Tim Hicks on the camera, I'm Frankie Castile saying so long tonight. The Mules get it done 64-60, taking third place in this year's SEMO Conference Tournament. The Mules now climb back to 500. Our next ball game is coming up on Tuesday night, live in Poplar Bluff. It'll be the Mules and West Plains. We'll catch you then. I'm Frankie Castile. You've been watching and listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.